So, yeah, read the full notes and enjoy the show.
Thank you, Kareev 20,000,
Well,
for
I can't
helping us
read.
where.
Get out of here!
Oh wait, I can't read.
Unfortunately, Yoshi can't read.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all had fun down in the fun park, because today, the fun's gotta stop.
We're going to war.
We're going to war.
Today, the world's about to get volked up. Anyway.
So, Lurina was after the ring's data.
What do you think she plans to do with the data, Master Baguji? I finally said it right. Thank you very much.
Hooray! You did it.
You're a good kitty.
Beats the hell out of me.
I
don't know.
Get a load of this, sun hands.
Sun
Yeah,
hands.
it's kind of trippy, those long fingers.
Oh, it appears that the warring kingdom, Volk, is involved somehow.
Way to go, Prophet!
That almost sounds sarcastic, like, yeah, way to go,
Yeah.
prophet.
A warring kingdom? A place where the fighting never stops. Ever. The people there live to fight.
Don't worry, it's all just dumb proxy wars.
With the Civil War going on, how do you sneak in?
By settling it in Smash, of course.
Underground is the way.
Follow the underground path to the bell.
There's a path underground?
There will be now. Now take these spoons.
There will be
This
now.
is no cloak and dagger stuff.
Just get some TNT IQ hype.
Let's go then.
I'm sorry. Sorry, my throat is still
A mining
wrecked.
we shall go.
Yeah,
My
it's fine.
throat
Just
is still wrecked from screaming earlier.
Oh, how?
fine.
Wow.
It's
Just a-
Alright, take it easy.
Okay, just to... Well, I guess if people want some context, so there's a project that I got Celie involved in where she's voicing Tangle, because people really love her Tangle, for good reason. And so basically, the project, one of the things that they're doing is they're doing a adaptation of the scene
Oh, hold
where
on.
Tang...
Well, that wasn't too difficult.
Yeah, it's right there.
Let's just get the Bell of Discord, yes?
Whoa, wait a sec.
Hide.
Hello?
Whoa, get a load of that weird machine. And guess who's playing it like an organ?
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
the
dun.
arena again.
Dun dun dun.
She's playing her own theme music.
There you go, Celie.
We need more power.
That's a little too much.
But there's no way to tell when it will explode.
If only we had a timer or something.
Tat, go and check on the reactor.
Aye aye!
They're gonna blow up
Which one do you mean? Like the one from above or the one underground? Seriously, I can't tell my direction from my right and my left.
Both. We need all the power. You need to. Overload them if you need to. A Vulcan Senior 2 is a small price to pay for a copy of the ring.
Oh,
Copy of the ring?
The ring.
A copy of the ring?
Ring! I can't believe you. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'll go check on them.
You got it.
You know, it does help too that Tack can't technically split herself into two, so...
What do you want to do? Fight him?
is this gonna be a running thing, James, where like she'll just
Wait.
keep splitting to go everywhere?
She said those reactors would explode.
This is the only other time she really does it, even then it's off screen.
It's pointless to fight them head on. We have to go to the source of the problem.
Oh yeah.
Aren't we at the source?
Well,
Yeah. Why?
she did mention that neither reactor was running at full capacity yet. But Tat went to...
Alright, then we better hurry.
Anyway, back to you, Steve. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You
the
little
tangle.
finish your thing. Anyway, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
the tangle scene.
Yeah, so basically, just to summarize, because I feel like I won't get much room otherwise, to summarize, we were basically doing like an adaptation of the scene where Tangle becomes a Zombot, because the project leader wanted to test out some music because he's also a composer, and Celie was recording that bit of her, like, becoming a Zombot.
Aww.
Oh, wow.
What you
I imagine it was intense.
It was.
So.
Yeah, it really was.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out, and I wonder. Random thought: are they gonna get Whisper's voice actress?
Oh
to
yeah,
try and, like,
Ariana's helping out with it too, and she already did her lines for it.
Holy crap!
Nice.
Like, I'm curious, like how that must have messed up her throat when Whisper finds out.
Honestly, like,
Oh my god, I heard her emote and I'm just like, I wish I could emote like that.
honestly, what's funny is that like when I told her about it, she's like, you know what? It's been a while since I've done a good crying take. I'm a game.
You know,
It's been a
on
very
the
long
top,
time that I've had a good cry.
Aw. You know, speaking of comic projects you guys could totally rip your throats to, ever consider the possibility of doing a comic dub of the Shifty Look Klonoa comic?
I've
Didn't we-
seen it.
didn't we try to do that?
I'd be up for it. Oh, nice.
I think
Yeah,
we
like-
may have talked about it a long time ago, but we never followed up on it.
Yeah, like, I remember, like,
Yay.
I think you even made a cast list for it. Like, that was back when Becca was still a member of Dub Matters.
Which was a long time ago.
Yeah, we have to go back to that at some point if we can find like a good.
I mean, I'm not
good
against
copy
it.
of it. Oh,
I mean, it's
so,
not like Namco's gonna do anything else with it, so why the hell not?
right.
I mean, it's
also,
technically on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the
Oh,
only
no.
thing. That's the only thing that I think would make it a little bit iffy because I learned from experience dubbing new Mario adventures that people tend to get really pissy when you dub comics to have cliffhangers.
It's like, what happens next?
Oh, believe me,
You owe us
the
more
same
content.
situation happened when I was dubbing the prologue of Saundertail. People were very pissed that I wouldn't continue it because it was unfinished.
and the same thing.
Sonder what now?
Saundertail. It's a fan comic. But anyway, you were saying, Logan?
And I was saying, then the same thing happened to us when we decided to dub Master Gear or Mega
Drive. And I remember, like, we ended it.
Oh, Rocket!
I love the way that we ended that dub where it's like, okay, let's go find those Chaos Emeralds. Then it cuts to a web page of them announcing Archie's termination of Sonic.
I know.
Yeah, and you were like,
Yeah, it was painful.
and then I was like,
yeah,
I guess that's it.
and yeah, as James showed off there, similar to the fire in the Haunted Mansion level, the fire effects here aren't all that working together.
And unfortunately, there's a lot more fire in Vault City by comparison. So there's going to be a few more jump cuts, for lack of a better word.
Gotcha.
I mean, the
Very
city is under
Whoa!
fire.
It's
Oh, like
yeah,
that.
this whole
Of course.
place is crazy.
The whole
crazy.
city's on fire.
You know, why couldn't this have been more of a friendly competition? Why couldn't they have hosted a turf war here or something?
I hope the end of
no.
this level, this world involves the entire city getting destroyed by a flood instead.
And it's just a crater.
Just so
oh, no,
Lolo could say, all's well that ends well, right?
Yeah, no, the more... Oh, careful. Yeah, no, the more I'm thinking about it, I'm also like... Man, I really do hope they're gonna... With what James was talking about, I really do hope they make a Splatoon 3.
Well, I feel like it'll probably be a while because wouldn't they save that for like the next big console?
I mean, you say that, but Mario Galaxy 2 came out on the same console as Mario Galaxy 1.
Well, also take into account not as many people as positive to Galaxy 2 as they are Galaxy 1.
True.
Which is
It depends on who you talk to.
Woo.
I mean, I personally love it, but I know there are some people that are a little bit more iffy on it.
Maybe
Yeah, that's one of the more divisive Mario games, just on the matter of like which of the two is better. And I'm just like, fuck that shit. They're both great.
Right,
Yeah.
well, and then I'm thinking like you have then you also have the same situation with Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Well, at least at least with those games, they're they're both completely different games. So it's
Yeah,
like you
that's
can sort of make that kind of argument there. Whereas with
Yeah.
the Galaxy games, it's like they're both made under the same engine. They both play the same. They just have different power ups and different focuses on things.
And Yoshi.
Oh yeah, and Yoshi.
And speaking of different power ups, I'm liking like between the rocket again and this new power up, I'm still really liking how this is like making like this is I think we were talking about this in the last attempt we did, but like I could absolutely see a new Klonoa game being made where they just keep doing this, keep playing with new capture mechanics and stuff for the enemies.
I
honestly, I think that this is something I've just pretty much been saying till the cows come home. But like, we're way overdue for a Klonoa sequel. Like,
It would be
so
nice.
fucking
Yeah.
badly.
I wouldn't
Honestly,
mind
it's
if
gone
we
like-
get a Klonoa 2 HD at some point, but...
Yeah, that'd be nice. Honestly, it's gone to a point where even I've been kind of like brainstorming ideas for a hypothetical Klonoa game. Like, one mechanic that I thought of, like, I don't know if the Game Boy games have done it, for all I know this game does it as well, but maybe like added utilities to the ring, like maybe use the ring to like grapple onto things. Like, not just like
that's
grabbing
like a
enemies,
common
but like...
mainstay of the series.
Well,
No,
I
but
don't
you-
mean
but
like...
you can't grapple. Like
I
he
don't mean
means,
like
with the
grab an
chain and
enemy. I mean
stuff.
like, kind of like how Samus's like chain hook.
yeah, like
do.
a whip
Oh.
to like lasso around things or like swing.
I mean, you kind of do that in one of the... I think the RPG.
Yeah, the RPG. Oh yeah, Klonoa Heroes for the GBA. I do know that Klonoa has like a couple of weapons he can procure besides his typical wind ring. Like he gets a sword, and I think he gets a hammer.
Well, actually, now that you put it that way, I would check out a game where like, what if Klonoa wasn't the only quote unquote dream traveler, and there were other ones that had different elemental rings, like one for earth and fire and water and stuff.
I've also
Maybe.
thought. I also thought of the idea of like, what if over time you could be able to like make upgrades to the ring? Like for example, have an upgrade where it has a longer reach, or an upgrade where it like has a, stuff like that.
No,
That
I
sounds
get it.
more in line with an RPG rather than a typical 2.5D.
Well, they
platform
made an
like
RPG.
this.
Jordan,
I could sort of see it a similar way to like the original Wii version of Rodea the Sky Soldier, where like you get like on the very rare occasion you do get like special power ups depending on the context, which
Right.
does change up your abilities just a slight bit.
Also, wow, this once again, they're taking advantage of the PS2 with much wider areas.
And let's not forget that this was I want to say this was a launch window game for the PS2.
2001.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's solid. Oh god. But yeah, I was saying, in the midst of all I was talking about this, Jordy, what would your thoughts be of like a new Klonoa game?
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Klonoa, but after seeing all this, I think it might be. I think it does deserve like a cool sequel, if nothing else.
I will
Yeah.
admit, like, this is sort of like a personal talk I'm about to bring up, but like I've sort of been brainstorming my own potential sequel for a Klonoa game or Klonoa sequel, and just I don't know. A part of me wants them to take the meta route, like not so much like outright Animaniacs, like none of that shit, but more like
No.
in a way it's like my ideal like Klonoa world for Klonoa 3 would be like that's very foggy, sort of like a symbolism for like how long and out of it Klonoa's been out of the business.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
And
I
further along the adventure you go, the more the fog passes.
I could see something where they play with that, where like, what if this whole time Klonoa's been in a deep sleep and they've been
Like
like,
a deep coma.
and like some nightmares have been taking advantage of the world in Klonoa's absence, with nightmares running rampant and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
really dark, guys.
Welcome to Klonoa, where the freaking like end of all freaking Hupo and.
I was about to also bring up Iki. You've played and
wait.
beat Klonoa 2. You know how dark this franchise can get.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
that's
reactor.
it.
I'd say we're at the right place.
Blow it up
Well, let's shut it down then.
with a bat. Or that too. That works
With the
too.
bat.
I'm sorry, would you take a bat to a nuclear reactor?
Just
Popka
clam
would.
down it. Popka probably would.
And they're shut down.
Maybe you would.
He seems like the type that would just bring a baseball bat too,
Actually-
and he just use it as the end all beat all solution to a problem.
Assuming baseball exists in this world.
This should do it.
All of the amusement parks exist.
The underground one's next.
Keep it down. They're gonna find us.
Also, pay no mind to the occasional flashing graphic. Again, that's just an issue with the emulator.
I'm sorry,
No
like
worries.
we make those jokes about like Puka doing all that stuff. I'm thinking of like it's for some reason like I'm imagining the scene from Darkwing Duck, but instead it's like two Klonoas, one of them's an imposter, and then Puka pulls out a gun. It's like, oh well, I guess we'll have to kill them both.
Popka, now that you put it like that, Popka would almost certainly be Klonoa's version of Max.
Well, like Sam and Max.
Like from Sam and Max. Yeah, from Sam and
Oh
Max.
yeah.
Freelance police.
I'll be right back.
Yes.
I don't think he would
Alright.
be. I don't know if he'd be that crazy.
Not psychotic, but definitely like chaotic good or chaotic
I would probably
natural.
compare it more to Daxter more than anything.
Oh, you know, that is actually probably a better comparison.
You know what? Now I'm just imagining like Puka just out of nowhere going, God, I miss pants.
Got him, his
And they're like, what? And they're like, wait, what? But now, we're talking about that. And,
Oh yeah, by the way, guess what makes a return from Lalakusha?
is it the weird?
Lalakusha.
Is it the scary plant beasts?
Is it the wall gremlins?
Only one way to find out. Let's bait it.
Lala kusha, cause we like the way
Open
it
wide.
sounds.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's the freaky plant beasts again.
It's not that
I
creepy.
forgot about those.
Something about their lips looking like leaves does not make them any less unsettling.
Well, aren't they? Well, they're plant people. What else would their lips look like?
Pods, bean pods, I don't know, but just the fact because the leaves are point. Oh,
Flowers?
I remember now, James. I remember there's nothing I was thinking about in the last attempt and stop bullying him. Was
Be nice
that
to the move.
I remember another thing we talked about with like another poor move.
Oh boy.
This is a nice example of showing you a mechanic before you throw them into it.
Yeah.
Especially when dealing with two of them at once.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is that honestly, if they were ever to make like a current gen like
boy.
PlayStation 5 Klonoa, like they could really like take advantage of it. And honestly, hear me out here. I could see it. Oh, okay, now we gotta work with keys again.
Kind of surprised they it takes this long to bring back the key mechanic, but
Right.
better late than never.
But like, yeah, no, especially because like they could really take advantage of it because like, and I'm saying like, I don't want them to change the Klonoa experience too much. Like honestly, I still like this kind of like,
They're making Yoshi eggs.
I still kind of like this Kirby-esque, you're on a 2D plane and stuff, and I could see that really working because then kind of like, say, like the original Crash Bandicoots and stuff, like, you can play with the fact that you know the camera's always going to be pointing a certain direction at a certain time, so you can really put all of your effort into, having the cool, like, visuals and, like, landscapes and stuff, knowing that you don't have to worry about rendering so much at once.
Oh yeah, no, like let's be real here. Like Klonoa 2 for the PlayStation 2's sake was very, bold in its design philosophy, and I think that whole design philosophy can still hold up in this modern gaming market.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like just take
you're
what works
carrying a bomb.
and expand upon
There
it.
you go.
But James, man, don't forget the golden rule of video games. People don't want to play games about collecting things anymore. They just want to shoot things.
Log
You know
has
what?
I
that
thought we
I
super-
would
turned that
love
thing
to
off
see-
ages ago.
I'm surprised no artist has done this yet, but I would love to see an artist do, like, they take that thing that Locke said, then all of a sudden we see stuff like Mario Odyssey, Hat in Time, Spyro Reignited, and then you see a shot of Locke just looking so frustrated how wrong he is.
I'm sorry.
But-
Did we already bring up the majesty that is the faster loading times and nuts and bolts thanks to the Xbox Series X?
Oh yeah, we can talk about that now.
I don't
Between
think we have
that,
enough video, no.
Also, we may as well bring it up now, considering I like a dipshit, am going the wrong way.
good distraction. But yeah, no, and how these eggs in the background are being turned into machines of war somehow.
Well, it's
They're
more
converting
like
the Yoshis.
they're being born for war.
Curse you, Volk City. But no, but yeah, no, it's
See?
like, oh wow, you're right. But yeah, no, it's like, there we go. But it's like, you have faster load times for that, and as we found out, and I don't have a Series X, so I cannot take advantage of it. I'm sorry, people. The Series X actually makes Jungle Joyride play stably at 60 frames per second.
He
Oh,
means the
so
Sonic
it took
Unleashed.
12 years to make Adabat run
Oh, for-
smooth.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're talking about Sonic Unleashed for those that don't know.
And it's
Right.
still the best
Yeah.
looking Sonic game to date.
I love Sonic
yeah.
Unleashed a lot. I had a lot
Oh,
of
me
fun with it.
too.
It's beautiful.
I still think Generations look a smidgen better, but I do think Unleashed is very beautiful.
I think it really depends on the location.
Oh, I see. So one of those bombs has a much longer fuse than the other.
Oh jeez, I'm cutting it close.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Well,
You missed me getting
you missed
blown
your
up like a
heart.
dunderhead.
You just missed one heart.
you missed it. But no, okay, I see. So you have to use the.
Oops.
Be careful.
Now that
now.
was just rude.
But I see. Use the longer fuse over there, shorter fuse. I don't know if I'd already asked this, but what happens if we die? Like, do we have to restart the whole stage?
You just restart up to the checkpoint.
Yeah, those
Oh.
little clocks in the alarm bubble.
Oh,
the
doy,
alarm
that's
clocks in
right,
the bubble
gosh.
are checkpoints.
Also,
That is
I think I've already brought this up earlier, but I'll say it again because it has been a while since we recorded the very beginning parts. Klonoa's health in this game is very fucking low.
Compared to other Klonoa games, yeah.
Maybe the GBA games, but like Klonoa 1 and its remake, like they give you far more health than this.
In Klonoa 1, you have 6 health.
Right.
In this, you have 3. And in the remake, you have 10.
I thought you had 9.
There's that, and there's that paired with the fact that, like, I haven't been seeing them be too generous with the health, like, pickups either, and I don't believe there's any way to increase your health in this game.
What you have is what you get.
I mean, it's not like you really need it.
Oh. Also, that lava looks pretty okay. I don't know if I mentioned that. That's some good-looking lava.
It looks like pizza sauce.
It does look like pizza sauce. I was
It
thinking
kind
the
of
same
does,
thing.
yeah, with the mozzarella. Okay.
Mozzarella.
Funny coincidence because I'm just having-
Mozzarella.
No, it's mozzarella.
No, you go for it, James. I'm curious. Where did you get the pizza from?
Little Caesars.
Pizza.
I don't mind
Pizza,
those Caesars.
pizza.
I can't have Little
better.
Caesars. It's way too rich for me.
Yeah, we learned that the hard way.
Yeah, twice.
I don't think I've ever eaten Little Caesars before.
Me
only had-
The
neither.
breadsticks
They're
are
good.
So, Logan, what are we gonna do the next time we get pizza?
Probably do something else.
Pizza.
Alright, you first, James.
No, I was just gonna say that. I mean, Little Caesars is good though. You're just know what you're paying for.
Yeah.
I will say, if we're just going to be talking about pizza, not long ago we decided to try out like this recent pizzeria that opened up around here. Like it's a local place. It's actually on the way from Mom's route. Like Mom passes by it on her way home from work. We decided to try it, and like the pizza itself is really good. It's also really big. Like it's like just inches away from being a New Yorker pizza in terms of size.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Fair enough.
I
Also, you
mean-
guys are getting your pizza from now on.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say my thoughts on pizza. So,
Go ahead.
usually I like to get a lot of local pizzeria stuff, like Calandria's, Joey's, and whatnot. But, once in a while, we go to this place in New Jersey called Kinchley's, and they have this really thin crust pizza. It might look amateurish, not that good, but it tastes divine.
I'm not big on thick
Yeah.
crust personally.
Call me
Oh.
someone who's low maintenance or what have you, but you know the makers of pizza, like those pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Totino.
Totino. I really like their small square party pizzas.
That's fair. And
I got
then-
burnt out on those really easily since we used to get those all the time since they were cheap.
And I mean, before we finish off, because I would almost value his opinion on this even more since he is the New Yorker. Icky, what are your thoughts on pizza?
I'll tell you about pizza. I'll tell you a lot about pizza in the next part.
God damn it. Okay.
Okay.
We'll learn about that pizza.
We'll learn more about pizza talk as the city's cooking to a broil next part.
Bye.
Screw you, Logan.
Wait, why screw him?